together a bunch of wins and just couldn't catch them, and that's kind of what we've been doing to the other clubs. So we're a little shocked that we still have to go down to the last weekend to win a clinch when you're sitting at 19-2 to win it outright. But it's a wonderful position to be in, and we're not complaining about that. So this weekend's important to us, not just from that standpoint, but also from a bigger picture of the national seed implications, because we still have to play well down the stretch to be in consideration for that, because there's other teams across the country that are having really, really good seasons. But I think last I checked, we were 4th in RPI. I don't think that's changed. So not saying there's any guarantees with that, but at least we're still in the discussions.
Do you feel like you control your own destiny with that at this point?
I do. We can't control RPIs and schedule stuff, but winning baseball games, we're sitting 4th. We've been pretty consistent for the most part all year. I got to believe that if we take care of business, we have earned a national seed. I don't see any other way around it.
I guess how have you, and I asked Dustin this too, but how have you seen the guys maybe handle this part of the season differently than last year, going into the last week and knowing what you need to do with all the chatter around? I mean, you guys were even really in the national seed conversation maybe on the outside last year, but you were still there.
It was funny. I mean, were you talking with regard to the championships?
Just handling, I guess, the whole, everything kind of building up to one, just kind of massing outside the door.
Well, it was steps. I mean, last year it was steps untaken. We hadn't won an outright title, and I'm talking about the immediate group or our coaching staff. We hadn't won a regional game, any of that stuff. So it was like this level of excitement. I mean, I can remember when we clinched the championship at Ohio State, guys were really, really excited. There were bodies on the ground and bodies on the bottom of the pile. What was funny was there were 2 outs in the 9th at Penn State, and senior Joey Donato kind of said to the guys on the bench, he goes, "We're not doing a dog pile," and the guys were like, "Of course we're not," But it was just kind of funny to see that mindset of we've got a lot of baseball in our minds left to play, and we're not taking anything for granted. We're not trying to be egotistical or anything like that, but these guys have some pretty lofty goals. And one of those was a conference championship, but that was not the number one goal. And it isn't just words. You should have been in the locker room or on that bus driving back. You literally would have thought we were swept 3 games. Guys were just very casual and nonchalant about it, but I think that's a good thing.
When was kind of the point where this team kind of got over preseason expectations and just stopped caring about that part of it at all and sort of was able to really focus and take it, like you said, one game at a time?
I think about the time we hit conference play that, we were saying, and that was kind of the battle cry at that time, was, well, guys, you've kind of screwed ourselves up with the national seed stuff, so let's just put that out of our minds and focus, on getting good in the conference. And then I think once we got it rolling there a little bit, clearly the tough schedule we played early helped us out, and we put ourselves back in position for that. And then the guys just finally realized, hey, baseball is supposed to be fun. Let's just go out and have some fun and not be afraid of the result or worry about that other stuff. Let's just play for each other and have a good time. But I'd say it really kind of coincided with the start of the conference season.
At that time, your players